Next question, and this again is very interesting one. I mean, this one, man, today we have some good questions here. This one is very interesting to me because it's on a topic of time travel, which I find fascinating. I mean, man, you got like, things like Steins Gate and Terminator. I mean, these stories are without time travel, it's not the same thing at all, right? So, yeah, man, this is such a fascinating topic. So, could a time traveler prevent the Black Plague or, kill Hitler, for example, etc.? Well, when it comes to Hitler, by the way, I think that even if he got killed, somebody else would take his place. I'm not sure, of course, if it would be such a maniac like Hitler, but you never know. It might be someone even worse. That's the thing. So, okay, but here we're talking about in general, I guess, about time travel. Can you stop certain events from unfolding? Okay, this depends on how you think about time travel, because there are basically, it's kind of complicated, but just bear with me for a second. The way it works is that we have to ask the question, first of all, and the question is, right now, so like, I don't know, today, April 23rd, whatever, 2021, is this the present? And that's a very, very important and crucial question. Is the moment right now, is this the present? Or are we actually like in the past somewhere? So there is actually a future, and obviously there's no way to interact with it, and maybe it doesn't interact with us back. So that we have to kind of figure out, and that is a very complex question, as you can imagine. So yeah, we have to figure out whether we are in the actual present or not, first of all. Secondly, you have to understand how time works, because is it just a straight line, or is it like a multi-world scenario, like the Everett Wheeler model, I think it was called, where basically things kind of branch out, into different branches, and each branch has life in it. It just goes on like in parallel to other branches, and sometimes they may converge. Sometimes there may be events in both branches that force them to converge, and vice versa. There could be events that cause them to diverge. So this is a very complex question, but I think I just gave you kind of the theory, at least to think about. And what do I personally believe? Well, that's a kind of, again, I don't know. My answer is I don't know, because I don't have the evidence. I can't tell you my answer because I just don't know enough about the topic, and neither do some very clever physicists, etc., because they also have not figured out yet this type of answer. So we don't know. If we go by, let's say, the parallel world branching out theory, it is possible. It's definitely a possibility. And then, if you, let's say, prevent the Black Plague, then instead of going in one direction, history would evolve in a different direction. And then you have a bunch of consequences in that branch. So you can just see from my answer alone that this is a very, very complicated question. So this requires more study.